Hi, hello, good morning. Oh my goodness. Yawn. But hi, hello, good morning, welcome. Hope everyone's doing well. Mm, coffee. Yummy coffee. Man, I don't know what to put as the live notification on the Twitter. I don't know what to put. I'm just gonna put something stupid. I wish I had access to my emails on Twitter and Blue Sky. That would be awesome if I could put my own emotes in my tweet and Blue Sky post. There, social media posted. Social media posted. Oh, but regardless, hi, hello, good morning, welcome. Hope everyone's having a good time. Mm, my goodness, I'm a little bit sleepy. It's funny because I actually woke up. Well, quote unquote, woke up kind of early today. I woke up before my alarm because my mom came in when she left for work just to say that she was going to work. But then I couldn't get back to sleep for a little bit, but I was like, I want to keep sleeping. Not because I was tired, because I wasn't really. I was, I guess I had gotten enough hours of sleep, but like I knew that I hadn't gotten like enough hours of sleep, you know? Like my body said yes, but like my mind said no, that definitely was not 8 hours of sleep because I went to sleep around midnight. And but then, you know, as always, I ended up laying awake for a couple of hours, which means I must have slept for only like 5 or 6 hours. So I was like, I need to get a couple more hours of sleep in. And luckily that happened. I was able to fall asleep again. But then, you know, the normal thing happens where like now I'm so tired that I don't want to get up when I actually have to. But I was able to get up when I had to. I got up at a good time. And then I started streaming and now I'm here. Yippee! But yeah, that's the story of my morning. But yeah, I don't have too much to like yap about right now. So we can just move over here. Is that the garbage truck? It definitely is. Even the microphone is picking it up. God damn. I did not check if my it isn't. As always, it isn't doing what I wanted to. There we go. I shared this on the Discord yesterday, so you guys probably already some of you already saw it, but yeah, I drew JoJo because I like JoJo. And I've been thinking about JoJo because the Silver Run anime. But this is the this is not Johnny. This is not the Steel Ball Run JoJo. This is the JoJolian JoJo. My favorite. Do we have any JoJo fans in the audience? What's your favorite JoJo? If you have one. Because Josuke is definitely my favorite. My DM added Dio and Diego to our game, so we'll probably see them at some point. That's kind of sick. Not gonna lie. This eyebrow could be a lot better. Oops. Flipped it too much. My DM was like, you probably won't want to sleep with one of them, and I was like, why would you think that? Oh my goodness. Oh, I forgot I still had the mirror on, and so created a little guy over here. At least it didn't fuck up the shoulder over here. I need to put this goofy goober in his own folder. Because I need to show that I also did the other Josuke, which you also saw on the server. But yeah, I did both the Josukes because they're both named Josuke and they're both really cool. Kind of overlapping right now. My favorite Joseph. Well, fuck, now I know which one to draw next. I love both Old Man and Young Man. This is my favorite arc. That is fair. I do have a soft spot for Battle Tendency. If I were to rank all the JoJo, it's been a while. It's been a while since I watched all of it though, so it's hard. It'll be hard to remember. But from the top of my head, um, Battle Tendency is definitely up there as one of my favorite parts, despite it being one of the shorter ones. Not Phantom Blood though. Don't get me wrong, I like Phantom Blood. There's no JoJo part that I think is bad. It's just that some of them have to be at the bottom, and Phantom Blood is definitely at the bottom. Either Phantom Blood or Stardust Crusaders. It's like my least favorite. I need to look up what Joseph looks like. Joseph Joestar. How is his face even drawn? Usually, his fucking chin is not that wide. I just imagined like the JoJo art style in my head as like the early JoJo art style. Like, of course they have wide ass fucking chins, but not really. I was kind of right with this kind of shape, but then it goes like down like this and like this. Need to finish the last one, to be honest. Only got through season 1 with Jolene. I need to read the manga. What I need to do. I have read like the parts of the manga that aren't don't have anime adaptations. You know, Steel Ball Run through JoJo Lands, but I have not read anything before that. Can say since I haven't read the manga of the later seasons, but I get it. Phantom Love was more of an establishment, so it wasn't going too hard. That's what I was getting to. Like, even though I'd say like Phantom Blood is one of my least favorites because of it being kind of like establishing the plot. Battle Tendency, despite being in a very similar boat, is one of my favorites. I just have a soft spot for it. One thing that's really both funny and also weird about Joseph, and that is that in recent years, when Araki draws Joseph, uh, he really does know how to distinguish them, distinguish Joseph and Jonathan, even though, you know, any fan can, you know, tell what like their distinct features are. Araki apparently doesn't, so he ends up fucking giving Jonathan a headband, which, you know, looks exactly like Caesar's headband that Joseph had, and then he gives Joseph like a pilot hat for some reason. He never wore that in the manga. And then other than those two features, they just wear the exact same like jeans and crop top combo. Which like is fair. That's kind of just how they looked, both of them in the manga. But when I think Joseph, I think like spiky hair and like a long scarf. And then when I think Jonathan, I think like, you know, not spiky hair and like shoulder pads, but like Araki doesn't seem to think that about them, which is definitely interesting. I cannot replicate the JoJo art style. I have to rewatch them all though before I can list them in order. I generally watch them as they release. There's pretty big breaks in between. Hmm. I mean, generally, I think I can rank them. I know that my number one favorite is Jolene. Part 8. Number 2 is Golden Wind. Number 3, probably Diamond is Unbreakable. Followed them by battle tendency. I can't fucking write right now. And then C? That's how you spell it? Fine. There's 8 more parts? Which one am I forgetting? Wait, what? I'm completely forgetting Steel Ball Run. Oh my god, I have to bring all of you down. Steel Ball Run. Followed by Stone Ocean. Stardust Crusaders and Phantom Blood. I'm just gonna shorten them all. It's roughly this, just from the top of my head, how I would rank them. Though it's been a while since I've read all of it, so it's hard to tell which one is really my head in the surface as evidence left there on purpose, playing on. I just realized I got the current travels down my you found drag path etched in the surface left there being on. You didn't see anything, right? That didn't show anything. The camera definitely fell backwards, so it might have for a split second aimed right towards my face. I was not paying attention, so I don't know. Regardless, there was probably too much of more motion blur on that to even to even tell. But man, that was scary. can 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 you address etched in? I'm looking at a reference of like his face, but it doesn't look right. I can't get it to look how it's how it's supposed to look. For some reason, I'm not getting it to look right. Good starting point. I should give him the headband, actually. I want to give him the headband. Now that looks like Joseph Joestar if I ever did see one.
Just kind of looking like he's doing that one meme face. That's actually really good. That's actually a really good Joseph Joestar. Hey Arson, welcome. Hope you're doing well. I was referencing an actual like piece of art from the anime, but let me remove some of the JoJo isms and replace them with some of my own art style. Oh, okay, a little bit of JoJo isms. Wait, the my name is Skylar White. Yo, it's Firebird Y. I'm literally just referencing an actual like piece of art from the anime. I'm just really messing it up. Oh my god, his face is weirdly long. Joseph, why the long face? Well, first of all, your mouth needs to be lower for that one. Have a short essay today. I'm done after lunch. Nice. Stretch. Also, welcome back, Felly. Also, I don't think I said Arson. Congrats on first. What congrats on first, Arson? Arson Murnimator. Why did I say that like fucking Swedish chef? Our cinemator. I'm sorry. That was uncouth of me. Now I get to draw something I'm very good at drawing. That I like to draw on almost every character that I draw ever. Big ass fucking scarf. I love drawing big ass scarves. Oh, he looks cool as hell. How much of that is me and how much of that is Joseph just being cool as hell? I don't know. Swedish, that wasn't very Norsk of you. Well, it's a Swedish chef from the Muppets. It was a reference. I want to draw a hermit purple around him. But there's too many dangly bits around him. It would look weird. Dude, like years ago, I had an epiphany about Joseph. He's just the king of dangly bits. I've never actually discussed this with any other JoJo fans, but like, hear me out. Think about it. What is his signature weapon in part 2? He has the clackers, which dangle. And then in the fight with fucking with AC/DC, in the fight with AC/DC, he had the hat, the knit hat that he unraveled from string to entangle AC/DC. That's also a dangly thing. It's string, it dangles. And then when he distracted cars by like catching his scarf on fire, his scarf is a dangly thing. Not to mention his fucking headband, which dangles. And the cherry on top, his fucking stand, Hermit Purple, is a dangly thing. Well, it's vines, but like they can dangle. He uses them to like dangle. He goes all full on Spider-Man when he uses it with it. So I'd say it's pretty dangly. He's just the king of dangly things. You know what I'm saying? Which means an ultimate Joseph would need more dangly bits. Imagine how powerful he'd be if he had like a jacket with like tassels. Like a cowboy jacket with like a bunch of tassels on the sleeves and on like the chest. And he had a belt with a bunch of like beads hanging from them. Imagine how powerful he'd be with the ultimate dangly fit. Imagine the utility he could get from that. Yeah, I think it's fine to just have the scarf like this. A JoJo that's Native American would be dope, not gonna lie. Absolutely. Unfortunately, I think that ship has sailed. We could have gotten that in Steel Bull Run, but we didn't because JoJo, because he was still, you know, British. So we did get a Native American character, which was pretty cool. Shout out to Sandman. Sandman's cool as hell. I was doing offshoot. You mean like they already did with Steel Ball Run? Uh, I I know this is main Joseph. I know this is like original Joseph, but I kind of want to do how Hermit Purple looked in JoJolion. I kind of want to draw Hermit Purple as it looked in JoJolion. Is that wrong of me? I just think JoJolion, Hermit Purple looked a lot cooler. Plus, it's not like it's impossible for main Joseph to make Hermit Purple look like that, right? I don't think we even saw the full extent of what Hermit Purple is capable of. Plus, this is young Joseph anyway. We never saw him with Hermit Purple, even though Araki did confirm that he technically would have had Hermit Purple. I'm gonna move my ranking over to the side. I'm gonna do it in a separate layer. There isn't that much difference between the two Hermit Purples, other than Jojoli and Hermit Purple having a head, actually, and not being just vines. I mean, it's mostly just vines. It just also forms a head for like a second because it was cool. It's kind of funny because it's funny because the alternate universe Joseph that used Hermit Purple in JoJolian, he was doing like a stand rush, like JoJo's are known for, and he like summoned Hermit Purple for it. But like Hermit Purple is just kind of there, and he like Joseph himself is the one punching. I'm calling him Joseph. I don't believe. I believe his name was slightly different. Okay, it did not have a nose. It did not have a nose. It just had a mouth and eyes. How do those eyes look? Yeah, something like this. Any tips on drawing moths? I'm struggling on mine. Look at pictures of moths. That should be helpful. Oh, God, direct my righteousness is come. Yo, this is gonna go harder than the other two, because he's just gonna be surrounded by these glowing purple vines. Gonna go so hard. Hi, Pain. Welcome. Congrats on second. Hope you're doing well. Gonna make Hermit Purple a little bigger. Placing hovering. Place him. It? No, it's a him. I'm gonna call it a him. A stand-in is an extension of the user. Hermit Purple definitely uses he, him pronouns. If Joseph does, then Hermit Purple does. Them's the rules. I don't make them. Oh, now I'm confused by all these vines. Just woke up. Well, I hope you're having a good morning so far. Keep a couple more hours, but puppy needs to walk. Oh my god, puppy. Well, if puppy needs to walk, then you know what you gotta do. That's the price of having a pet. They take over your life. You have to sacrifice all worldly possessions to take care of the animal. Imagine only use one pronoun each. One is only he, the only the other is only him. Who is who? I don't know. Yes, and it's so worth it. Exactly. Oh my god, it looks like such a mess of things. Also, paying congrats on second. I'm not sure if I said that. Oops. It's kind of giving Jesus vibes. But Joseph is not Jesus, as far as we know. Completely unrelated to JoJo, by the way. Uh while I was falling asleep last night, I was thinking about Marvel Rifle. Because I realized I have a lot of cool ideas for like uh Marvel Rival seasons. But I want to think of ideas for one season based of each like corner of the Marvel universe, right? Because a lot of the seasons that I've made up are very much cosmic Marvel, because that's like my preferred corner of the Marvel universe. So I try to think of what I would do for like a magical Marvel season. And I think I came up with a pretty cool. Okay, I didn't think of the plot, but I thought of what kind of character, which character I would like to add. And I thought Werewolf by Night is one that I want added. And I came up with a pretty cool idea on how he'd function. You guys know Deadlock. You guys know Deadlock. Silver in Deadlock has the ability to like transform into like werewolf mode. So I thought, what if Werewolf by Night worked something like that? And it's like it works on like a meter similar to Mr. Fantastic's inflated mode, where like the more meter you build up the meter, and then when it reaches 100, you just become werewolf mode. Doesn't that sound kind of cool? I don't know. It was just something I thought of last night and I wanted to share it. But to be completely fair, I don't know too much about Werewolf by Night. So I don't know how lore accurate that actually is. Because I don't think he'll be like a Hulk kind of situation where most of the time you're just him as a regular man. You would be a werewolf all you would be like a wolf guy all the time. It's just that when you build up the meter, you go like feral essentially. And I don't know how lore accurate that is for Werewolf by Night. My only real exposure to him is in the Werewolf by Night special on Disney Plus. It was really good. Also has Elsa Bloodstone in it, and okay, what's his name? Man Thing. Speaking of Man Thing, I have no idea who to add as like a second hero in this potential season. My only ideas are Werewolf by Night and Man Thing. I don't know too much about the mystic side of the Marvel Universe. In a perfect world, Werewolf by Night would have been added in season 1 when they fight Dracula alongside Blade, instead of introducing the Fantastic Four there. But you know, ended up the way it did. So whatever. Also, hi, Mr. Jester. Welcome. Hope you're doing well. Feral, I've seen Feral once in the Twilight movies. Anyway, back to JoJo. Uh, I've yet to watch the new episode that came out. I'm gonna watch it today though. I hope that's the plan. I'm gonna have to remind Sunday about it. He said we could watch it today. I had to kind of convince her to watch it now. I mean, it didn't take a lot of convincing. I just had to say, "Oh yeah, Steel Ball Run takes place in a different universe. You don't really have to watch any of the other parts to get into it." And she was like, "Okay." We are gonna continue watching the other parts soon enough. I just wanted to watch Silva run because it's the new one. I want to see playable Mephisto, and his ult just steals everyone's souls, and the game just ends. No one wins. There are some characters that I feel are never gonna be playable because they're just saved for like boss status. I kind of feel like Thanos is that. I feel like they're not gonna bring Thanos or Mephisto or even Doom, honestly. I feel, honestly, Doom, just because of how he's like the main antagonist of like Rivals' whole thing, they're probably gonna bring in Doom eventually. But I feel like any other villains are probably not gonna end up being playable in the end. Which I agree is unfortunate, but like it's just kind of seems to be the case. Yeah, the Ultron. I mean, like big villains. They seem to be saving them as like the antagonists of the different seasons. Like Ultron is fair. Magneto is fair. I could even see like them adding like, I mean, they've already planned to add MODOK. I could see them adding like Mole Man, maybe Baron Zemo, but like the big boys, the like big threats like Mephisto and like Thanos, maybe not. I'm not saying they're not gonna add villain characters. I'm saying they're not gonna add the big villains. Considering, honestly, the nail in the coffin is the fact that the villain of the current season is Kingpin, which is a character I would have said they could add as playable, but unless they're like doing that next season, it seems like it's not happening considering he's the villain of the current season. Want to see a villain season? Like a complete like villain season where like both both characters that are added are villains. That would be cool, not gonna lie. Like the entire the entire season is like a war of attrition where like the plot is that the two villains essentially are fighting each other for dominance essentially, and then you know the heroes have to go in and stop them. That would be kind of cool. Who would be good for that? Probably Zemo and honestly MODOK. MODOK and Zemo. An AIM versus Hydra fucking season. That would go kind of hard. I kind of dig that idea. Holy shit. I could see that. One villain I can never see them adding is Red Skull. Not because he's a villain or anything, but just because of the icky political stuff. At least Zemo is far enough away from, you know. But Red Skull is like, yeah. They're not doing that. Sinister Six season. That would be kind of. How would they go about doing a Sinister Six season? Because they're not adding 6 characters. I cannot see them do that. That feels like a lot. Talking rivals, how do we feel about triple bans? I've been vouching for triple bans. I don't even play comp, but I've been vouching for triple bans for a long time because, you know, with so many characters, like with more and more characters come to the game, of course you're gonna need more ban slots to ban like overpowered characters. Unfortunately, because of supports being so overpowered, I have seen it leading to only supports being banned, which in the end will like backfire really bad. Because if you don't have supports on your team, you're just gonna lose. Which, you know, it's partly a problem with like supports just being so good in rivals. Supports is striking again. I mean, that seems a little. The problem is that support characters are so strong. This isn't like the original support strike where people just no one wanted to play support and no one, you know, put any respect on support, and so supports got pissed off. This is a case of support characters are just so strong that non-support players just don't want to deal with them. And now the only support you're gonna get in your game is fucking Ultron, Adam, fucking Jeff. But you know, I don't play comp, so like the banning isn't gonna affect me. I don't care. Let the competitive people talk about this issue. Oh, Keith David, who are you playing in Spider-Man Brand New Day? I need to know. Stop. I'm getting confused by all these vines. I'm gonna be honest. You find it funny that the people who ban the good supports complain that they aren't being healed enough? Brother, you shot yourself in the foot. I get why, I fully understand why, but the supports are a nightmare to deal with. Then there's a cat mates listening it in the corner. I feel bad for them. Yeah, it is 100% NetEase's fault though. They need to get better at balancing their characters. So, would you hear your mind has been? I I know. Oh, what's that? Never put this on. Trying to stay in. I'm trying to stay, but I can I use this as a nice sketch now? Oh, it's super big. Fine, he can be a big boy. I'm gonna remove my JoJo part ranking. Joseph, my boy, is the star of the show. Damn, he looks so cool. I love Joseph Joestar. He's by no means my favorite Joestar, but he's definitely a great Joestar. Man, I love JoJo. I haven't talked about my love for JoJo that much on this channel in my like 2 years of streaming. I haven't talked that much about my love for JoJo. Mostly because JoJo hasn't really been that relevant until now. But back to Marvel. Because I can't get enough of Marvel. No, you know what we should talk about? You know what we do need to talk about? Digital fucking circus. That's what we need to talk about. That's where we need to get the discussion going. Actually, I don't know what to say about Digital Circus. Why the episode was so short, only 5 minutes. Felt like that. I'm now really wondering how the show is gonna end. You know? Where do we go from here, you know? Drawing all the spikes on Hermit Purple is gonna be so tedious. With entities, redemption, ability to come and go, and thus Kane isn't alone and more people to have fun with. I mean, will Kane even still be here? I mean, we all saw what happened. I think that's probably the biggest question I have at the end of the episode. Will Kane come back at all? Was that just the end of Kane? I mean, it's not the last we'll hear of Kane, obviously. But will Kane actually, like, return to run the circus? Is my question. Because the biggest revelation probably about from this latest episode is that there was a second AI. And I feel like setting that up feels a little bit telling of what's gonna happen next. Like, to me, that screams like Kane. Even if Kane comes back, he's not gonna be running the circus. It's another one that's gonna be running the circus.
Everyone's wondering what's next, and that pisses me off because no one seems to even care about episode 8's MVP, the motherfucking bucket. If you look at Kane's eyes, they are different colors, so I think that's why the insanity. That is interest. That's interesting. I like after the latest episode, I assumed that was just a result of him being two AIs in one. They fused. Yeah, but like I don't think that's where the insanity comes from. I think he's just vindictive. To me, it didn't read as much as him going insane, and more of him just having, you know, a breakdown. He was built to make adventures, and they didn't like the adventures, and he feels like that means he's not good enough because he already has like self-image issues because he was literally replaced by a different AI for not being good enough. And now that he absorbed that, then when he absorbed that other AI and they fused, he thinks he still wants to be good enough, but he isn't, clearly, because no one likes his adventures. I wouldn't really call it insanity other than, you know, what's the word? A child throwing a tantrum. But what I assume is gonna happen is that, you know, since Kane is now deleted, they're gonna have to bring in a new AI, which could be, you know, an early, like, backup of Kane. But to me, it just feels like it's all pointing to them bringing in a new AI. They're bringing in a, you know, the original. Because like, what is the point of building up that there's another AI if not to, you know, bring them in, right? I've seen a lot of speculation saying like, because there are hints that the second AI is Bubble, or rather that Bubble is like the remnant of the other AI after it was absorbed into Kane. And I've seen people theorize and people make really cute fan art of like Bubble and Kane's roles switching essentially. So like there's the ringleader with a bubble for a head with like a little tooth companion. I could see that happening. That would be kind of cool. Because like, we haven't seen the rest of Kane. Like, they're not just gonna, like, have him, like, disappear and, like, that's the end of him. There's gonna be some resolution to him. I'm just curious as to what it's gonna be. But I'm less curious as to what's gonna happen to Kane, honestly. I'm more curious as to what's gonna happen to, the rest of the cast. What are they gonna do now? Now that they're alone in the circus? Also, one detail that I think is really weird. I understand why they did it that way. That's just kind of how they had to do it. Nope. But like when they deleted Kane and everything went gray, everything started shaking and like holes started forming in the ground, and then it just stopped, just so like they could breathe, right? That felt a little weird. You'd think there'd be a lot more like sense of like urgency there, like, oh, everything's falling down around them, but no, it just fell down a little bit, and then the episode ended. You'd think if Kane was holding it all together, it would just all start falling down, but I guess not. Cocaine isn't gone. Remember when you delete something on a PC, it goes to the trash bin first. Fair. But I don't know how I feel about that from a storytelling perspective. Like, yeah, you're right in the real world, but in a story, imagine that. They delete Kane and then suddenly he's like, oh, wait, you didn't actually delete me because that's how a PC works. Narratively unsatisfying. Then again, knowing Goose works, who knows? Maybe that is how they end up bringing back Kane. Maybe that is what's gonna happen in the next episode. Gooseworks just seems to be such a huge, like, computer nerd, is what I've learned through Digital Circus. Just in this episode, the with the when fucking Kinger's on the computer, like the AI in the computer, supposedly Bubble, refers to him with his supposed real name, and it's people found out that it might be a reference to an actual like developer from like the mid 90s that developed uh, a pretty advanced AI program called Creatures, which I actually learned about just recently before the latest episode because I was randomly recommended on YouTube a video essay about that game, quote unquote, and how, you know, people essentially tortured these fucking virtual beings in order to like test the AI. My favorite bubble line from episode 8 is delete this motherfucker or something along those lines. That hermit do be purple. That reminds me, there's this TikToker I found who like has like who dubs fucking JoJo scenes and other anime and miscellaneous memes into Norwegian. I shared some of them with Arson a while back. It was funny. One of them was really funny because he dubbed over the fucking Da Vinci's the Da Vinci twins fucking who painted the Mona Lisa video. Um but instead of it instead of, you know, being the Mona Lisa and Da Vinci, it was the painting the Scream, because that's like a Norwegian painting. And instead of pronounce it, and you know, to replicate the Da Vinci part, instead of pronouncing the guy's name as Edvard Munch, he called him Edvard Munch. That's what it that is what it looks like his name is. But yeah, that just came to mind because he did some like JoJo fan dub, some JoJo Norwegian dub videos that were really funny.
Oh, Hermit Purple is gonna be so frustrating to draw because there's so many spikes. Why did I choose to draw Joseph next? I could have drawn Jotaro with Star Platinum. Josef Joestar. I'm not wrong, that is his name. I want to throw some color on him just because. That's a very yellowish color. I just color picked like his actual skin tone. Why is it so yellow? He doesn't look like that. Can I get a better picture of the man? Here's the question. Green or purple Joseph? I guess I'll go with the green Joseph because it's a better contrast to his stand hermit purple. That makes sense to me. If you think about it, Jesus was a JoJo. Yep, I know. I've heard it all before. Because he was like Jesus, son of Joseph, or whatever. Wait, Joseph, you're Jesus' dad? Also, Jesus is canon to JoJo. Did you know? Welcome back to Did You Know Gaming. Did you know? I think it's very, like, common knowledge at this point that Jesus appears in JoJo. This song used to make me so emotional. Now I've listened to it too many times. It doesn't work. Its magic doesn't work on me. Joshua, son of Joseph, the first JoJo. What if Jesus' stand was duplication? Duplicate the fish, duplicate the one molecule of wine in the glass of water, duplicate this healing cell. That is actually that's peak. That's actually, yeah, that makes a lot of sense. We actually don't know what Jesus' stand was in JoJo. We know that he had one. Presumably, it is the same stand that you get from actually like acquiring the Holy Corpse. So essentially, fucking D4C love train. But we don't know for sure. It was never confirmed. It's kind of just that's the ability that Funny Valentine acquired from assembling the Holy Corpse. Um, but we don't know. We don't know if that's actually what Jesus's stand was, or if his was different. I mean, in part 6, fucking Poochie resurrected Dio as a green baby, but the green baby's stand isn't the world. It's a completely different thing. But I guess the corpse of Jesus is still technically Jesus. It's not a completely different thing. At least in the case of the green baby, he resurrected Dio as this weird little homunculus. To people that haven't seen JoJo, I'm probably speaking like in a completely different language. But does the miracles Jesus performed work with the ability of D4C Love Train? It kind of just redirects misfortune away. I don't think that would like turn water into wine. It could totally heal people. You just, oh, you have an injury, boom, taken care of it, and it's get transferred to someone else. Then again, that's not very Jesus-y because he just kind of redirects any sort of pain to someone else. Also, hi Val, welcome. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're feeling well today. Mwah, 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 mwah. I am Leapers. Ah, I see. Aren't we all? I saw a meme on Twitter where it was a clip of a cat, a little cat, that was like very sleepy, but it kept meowing, and then it was captioned, too yappy to eep, too eepy to yap. Long day at work yesterday. Oh, wasn't even anything hard, just boring. I see. I mean, that can be, you know, tiring as well. Just the monotony of it all. What's a water shoot, which is a one button ride? So you just have to stand there all day just to press one button eventually?
Damn, that's fucking. Yeah, that sounds like it get. That sounds like it would. It would. I'm skipping this song. That sounds like it could drive a person insane after a long enough amount of time. I'm pretty sure he has blue eyes, right? Or am I making that up? Joseph Joestar, show me your eyes. They are definitely blue, but like a greenish blue. Boring enough that I nearly forgot to let someone off the ride. But this song remind me of Everybody Get on the Floor, Everybody Walks a Dinosaur. The previous song, you mean? Which one was that? Run Through Speed Highway. Da, 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 da. Ah, yeah, yeah, a little bit. Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. I don't like him that much with the.
I don't like him that much with the green. I'm gonna give him purple. The purple that he sometimes has. Ugh, back to drawing all these spiky vines. So tedious. Like, I like Hermit Purple, like, visually, very cool. But it's very complicated to draw Hermit Purple. Maybe I'm making them too spiky. Maybe the spike should be more, like, spaced out. But where's the fun in that? This makes the design look so much more cool and edgy, you know? It's like Joseph. He's cool and edgy, not really. He's by no means the edgiest JoJo. I mean, he's British. You can't take him seriously when he talks. He comes in and he's like, "Oi, oi, bruv, it's me, Joseph Joestar." I'm sorry. I keep being so racist towards British people. I can't help it. But it is true, he is very British. And yet, despite being British, he is still a really cool dude. If I just that looks a lot better. Is the head too big here? Can't tell. Eyes are down here. I think it is too big. Big ass head on this guy. That looks a bit better. Okay, now I've lost track of where the vines go now. Oh, why did I decide to do the JoJolian Hermit Purple and not just Stardust Crusaders Hermit Purple? It's already bad enough to draw a mess of vines everywhere, but now I just had to go and draw a face in the middle of it. Oh, wow.
struggle of having a puppy. Just got back from the second walk and she has done anything today. Well, I guess you gotta go on another walk. But yeah, that sounds annoying. I've trained her to ask for walks when she needs them, works 75% of the time. Well, you know what they say, 75% of the time it works every time. That's just how you gotta look at it. Probably she asks for them when she's bored. Oh my god, that's so real though. Human, I'm bored. Take me outside. Then she pees inside for retaliation if we don't. Oh no. Yep. Struggles of having a pet. Doesn't even look like Hermit Purple anymore. It looks like fucking Chad Purple. The purple Chad. Yesterday she asked for walkies every 30 minutes. I know this because I was watching anime. You finish an episode and dog immediately comes up like, "Oh, you're done. Take me outside. Take me outside now." Man, I really want a pet, but like it's stories like this that makes me think like, I don't think I can. I don't think I'm built for taking care of a pet, even though I really want, like a cat or something. Or please wait, Chai. It's the 3 minutes left of this episode. She's learning. Dog is a huge responsibility change. A cat is easier if you're not allergic. A cat takes care of itself mostly. Just gotta not have stuff on tables for it to push down. That's fair. So I still believe you have to teach a cat not that it can't just piss anywhere. But I guess if if like I adopt a cat that's already like trained, it would be fine. I don't think I could take care of kittens, and I don't think I want to either. But I would like to just have a cat that just is around, vibing. You know that's what the sandbox is for? The mommy cat teaches them? Oh, that makes sense actually. This is turning into a big old mess. This is all turning into a big old mess of things. Wouldn't you say so, Mr. Joestar? Joestar-san. That's what most of the gang call him in Stardust Crusaders, because he's like the old man of the group. They call him Joestar-san. In Japanese, of course. In English, they call him Mr. Joestar. Except for Jotaro, who calls him Gigi. Or Gramps. Or Old Man in English. Man, I love JoJo.
Parents have had 4 litters of cats, and we always place the litter box next to the enclosure. They learned instantly. Cool. I mean, that makes sense that they just learn from the parent. Man, whenever I get my own place, which I'd have to get a stable job first. Should I get a cat? Is it that expensive to take care of a cat? I mean, yeah, you have to like buy food for it. Can't be more expensive than a dog. Pet food is expensive. Is it? Is it that expensive? Would have loved the cat instead, but I'm allergic and moving away made it worse. Ah, I don't think I'm allergic to cats. Then again, I haven't been around cats in a while. I don't know if I've gained an allergy to cats over time. Well, probably not. Roughly, Jesus, that's a lot. A month? Oof. Cats don't eat as much, but they eat more fresh food, which is expensive. Mm-hmm. Yeah, but Swedish Krona. Yeah, I assume they're not too similar. I mean, they're not too different. Hold on. Yeah, it's only about fucking $3 more, $3 more in Norway. In Norway. In Norway. Very slight difference in currency. I think it's like 1 to 1.2, approximately, it seems. Opera GX has this cool feature where I just have to write down in browser a number and then like the currency, and then it gives a little pop up to like how much it is in my own currency. Browse calculator can do the same with Celsius. Can it? I haven't actually tested that. Seems everyone can do something special. We can make it if we all stick together. We won't give up, not ever. Everything's gonna be alright. That's fidget thing I'm working on, and it's as I am, and I should sleep. I'm also gonna throttle whoever designed Gomez Adams with a striped suit from head to toe. I swear I did a drawing of the Adams family back in October, but I don't remember where I put them. Can't overcome all the odds. It's never as hard as it's. The chorus of this song has like almost the same rhythm as fucking. Oh, I'm gonna totally butcher this because it's in Swedish, but the fucking vi sitter här i vänten och spelar lite Dota. Want to see what I got before I pass the fuck out? Sure. I'd love to see.
Oh my goodness. Hold on, let me I can just I mean it's gonna be lower quality since I just copy pasted it from the image link, but I said I love putting link in dresses. It looks cool. I really love this shading on the dress. And the texturing on the hair here is really cool. I wish I could do that. I still need to practice drawing hair like this. I love the doodles here. The little kiddos. This is nice. I love the shading. Shading on the faces too. Awesome. Link looks absolutely fabulous in a dress. I drew with a short bowl count a few days ago. Why did I almost read that as years? What the fuck? It clearly says days. I need to learn how to read. My mom hates the piece because of Breath of the Wild Link's face, and it's really funny. The way I drew fucking Hermit Purple makes it look like he's doing the fucking rock face. That was not the intention. I just wanted him to look like Joseph, but as like a stand dude, but he ended up looking so weird. This is not what I wanted. Kind of want to show you the other dress too now, because I like how everything but the background came out. Sure, go ahead. I want to see more Link in dresses. I want to see the Rock as a stand now. What would the Rock look like if he had a stand? Hold on, let me pull this up too. Let me pull this up too. I love the expression here.
The expression here is really good. And the dress here. Very nice. Love the hair. Again, the hair. It's so good. I wish I could draw hair like this. Snapchat text. That Wild has been trying to get a photo of their grumpy member in dresses, but the man is evasive, but he finally caught one. Nice. A chef, because we got to see what the I almost slipped on my words and said what the cock is rooking. Uh, what the rock is cooking. I should have just drawn regular Hermit Purple. Why did I have to go all extra and do JoJo and Hermit Purple? It's just a bunch of clutter. It's just a bunch of clutter. You can barely tell what's going on. Gotta go. My cat is yelling at me. All right. Have a good time. Stretch. Get some colors in. I feel like I need to draw the rest of the spikes first, but I guess I can add them later. I can throw some color on there. Maybe it'll help at least show what is empty space and what is vines. Having the sketch visible underneath also is not helping. There's still spikes that need to be added, but I'll take care of that in time.
I almost said I'll take of that care in time. What the Is there such a thing as verbal dyslexia? Because if there is, I have it. Looks a little bit better. Actually, this is Joseph. I should add. Use this as base color. Not that it matters. It's gonna be hidden anyway. Let's get some of the. They're not really thorns are what they're called. Spikes is technically not the accurate term. They are thorns. I almost said barbs, but that's also not correct. What you're thinking as you turn to me. What I have in my two hands is enough to set me free. I can fight the feeling to resist it over time. And just to take from mine. Is it me that we're looking for? Show me what I'm here for. Here for. What I'm done. What I want job. Black mark on the floor. You say you're looking for. I am what I have in store. In store.
Oh, I didn't even realize that we're already at 3 hours. I'm gonna put the shading for the for Hermit Purple in a separate layer. Even though I already did a little bit of it in Joseph's layer. But let me now just grabbing a bunch of the colors that I used over here. That's most of them. Actually, the one thing I'm gonna do in the Joseph layer is the eyes so they don't blend in with the rest of anything. But I think I'm just gonna throw some of the colors onto the vines and then just blend them in later. Bunch of different shades of purple, violet, indigo, whatever. Lurking about checking school stuff. All right. I don't think we're gonna be streaming for much longer though, because we're already at 3 hours. But I just wanna do a little bit of the coloring on the purple man. I'm also gonna grab all the shading I did here. Just so I have it all in one layer. And then I can possibly like hue shift it a little bit. Oh, wrong layer. That was a very bright Joseph. Yeah, I feel like I do need Joseph to be a little bit green. I can't go with purple scarf Joseph, because then he's just gonna blend into the purple. Guess we're going back to the green scarf. That means I'm gonna have to hue shift his hair too, though. The hue shift that more reddish in order to fit in with the purple. I mean, it can still be reddish, just making sure that it's brown. That's Joseph. That's Joseph. The vine's purple in the show. I've only read the manga. It is purple. It's in the name, Hermit Purple. But also in the show, it doesn't have a face because this is inspired by how it appears in JoJolion, not Stardust Crusaders. Which means this is technically very much inaccurate because it's a different Joseph Joestar that has this version of Hermit Purple.
But who cares about accuracy? It looks cool. Because I just think it makes sense for like a JoJo. Like he's not just a character, he's one of the JoJos. It makes sense for him to have a more humanoid stand. How else is he supposed to be punching things with it? Definitely ended up a lot more detailed than the other two that I did last night. But he sure looks cool. Let's screenshot that. Awesome. Okay, now we can finally end stream. Well, actually, I have to go to the bathroom real quick beforehand. But after that, we'll end stream. We'll look for someone to raid. Okay. What? Okay, I'm back. Wah! Time to end stream, finally. Yippee! I said finally as if I don't want to stream, but like... No, we've been streaming a little bit over time. I mean, it's kind of just how we do things these days, but... We can go look for someone to raid. Book number 3, Chai tries to eat everything. Dog poop, horse chestnuts, rocks, or trash. Oh no! The pubber. We can go raid this person. I don't think I've raided them before. I think I know. I think I know them from one of my mutuals. They've been streaming for 10 hours. Oh my god. I guess we gotta go raid them. Hold on, I want to post my JoJo art on the Discord in case they ask for art tax. Oh, I need to mix it up. I always forget to do that. I didn't finish my coffee. There's a little bit left of coffee in my cup. Oh, it's cold and it's cold and gross. Oh my god, cold. 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 I almost pronounced it like called. My goodness, my English skills. Sometimes they're on top, but my pronunciation is not great. What do you mean I only have one viewer? Did the stream disconnect while I was in the bathroom? Oh no, that's not... Can't even tell. Oh goodness. Well, I can still... Put in a little... Put in a little raid message. For you guys. Oh my god. Cool. Gonna try that again. Cold coffee, my usual. I usually chug down coffee like a fucking gremlin. I usually finish my coffee before it gets cold. Okay, it looks like the viewers are coming back. I must have disconnected while I was in the bathroom. Can someone confirm whether that happened or not? I come back and I'm starting the raid. I open Mix It Up and see that I only have one person watching. Which, not usually the case. Now it's up to 4. Means I must have disconnected and some viewers weren't counted because of it. Shit happens. We're still gonna raid this new person. Another streamer with numbers in their name. Yes, She has a very cute model that's like a TV head, but like with a mouth on it. It looks really cool. So we're gonna start the raid. Which app is funky wonky? It disconnects me all the time. I see. I see. Well, anyway, oh, gonna do a little stretch. And have some water. No one redeemed hydrate this stream. Unless someone did and I missed it. Oopsies. But yeah, thank you all so much for being here and hanging out with me today. I really hope you enjoyed the art. I sure had fun. It was a little tedious, but like it was fun. I love JoJo. I'm glad I could talk a little bit about JoJo because that's not something I don't think I've ever done that much on stream. But I do love JoJo. It's one of my favorite animes and mangas. But yeah, I'll be back again tomorrow where we'll be trying out Cassette Beasts for the first time. Either that or Deadlock, we'll see. But I think we're gonna go with Cassette Beasts. So I hope you're all looking forward to that. But anyway, I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day, night, evening, whatever time it is for you. As always, remember to eat food, drink water, take care of yourself, take your meds if you have them, if you need them. And I hope to see you all back again next time. Bye bye. Goodbye, everyone. Have a wonderful day. Bye bye. Bye bye. Bye bye. Bye bye. Bye bye. Goodbye. Bye bye.